Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a ranking of the Stranger Things series, or the Stranger Things characters. I've been a fan of this show ever since it came out. I think about like 4 years ago now, 3 or 4 years ago now. It's been a long time, and I've been a really big fan of the show ever since. I'm not usually the type to like sci-fi like that, but this is one of my favorite shows. I don't know if I'm really a big fan of this setup anymore, guys. I mean, I've never really been a big fan of it since the beginning. My tapestry's slanted and the lighting is a little bit weird, so like bear with me with this one video. I'm going to end up switching everything up. But yeah, without further ado, let's get on into this ranking. Hopefully some of y'all don't get mad. I feel like these are pretty general opinions. I mean, some might not be. But yeah, let's get into it. So first up is Barb. Everyone was all like, justice for Barb, justice for Barb. As she should, justice for Barb, but she never really got that much screen time. Like, she was a nice girl, so I'll put her in okay. But like, there was nothing there for me. Then we have Billy. Okay, this is kind of, I don't know what it is, but I grew to enjoy Billy's character. This is kind of like this is not like a Nate Jacob situation. Well, kind of. They're both kind of terrible, very terrible. Nate is just a little bit more terrible. But I feel like with Billy, I feel like I got to see another side of him, even though he did grow. He didn't get the chance to grow. So I just really like how like crazy his character was. Like, his character just literally looked like he was on coke half the time. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether I should put him in the upside down or the right side up. I might, but was he racist? I could never tell. Was it just because she was was he just mad that Max was hanging out with Lucas because he was a boy, or because he was black? Because I'm really not sure. And everybody on Twitter says so many different things, and I'm just like, I don't know. See, like, if he's racist, then like Dustin's dead cat. Or like, yeah. But if he's not, upside down or right side up. I'm gonna put him in right side up for now. Then Tom, what's his name? Forgive me, I have not rewatched the Stranger Things seasons in some time. So forgive me for that. Bob, it wasn't Tom, it was Bob. It was another generic name. He's going in okay. Never did anything for me. He was just a really sweet man, never did anything special to me. Now we have Dustin. Dustin is going in the right side up. I feel like Dustin doesn't get the credit he deserves sometimes. Dustin is literally the funniest out of all the kids. The only reason he's not in 11 tier is because, well, I don't really know why. He's just not giving me God tier, you know? He's not giving me all of that. He's not, you know? So I'm gonna put him there. I really love Dustin, don't get me wrong. Always pulling out the jokes. Literally, arguably the smartest in the group. So where would we be without Dustin? And where would we be without the squad, the ice cream squad? Nowhere. Nowhere. And the brains of the ice cream squad was Dustin. Let's talk about it. Then 11, where else am I gonna put 11 in besides 11 tier? Let me get this straight. I think that there are actually people who dislike 11 because simply for the fact that she was bratty towards Hop in the second movie. I don't know what kind of 11, 12-year-olds you guys are dealing with, but I feel like regular 12-year-olds would feel some type of way if they were locked up like that 24/7. Maybe it's just me, maybe I just have a brain, but let's think about that for a minute. Even now, shit, I'm in lockdown right now and I can't stand it. I maybe would not have thrown a temper tantrum like her because I'm older. However, 11 has she has all the right to be angry and have that much rage considering what she's been through. Let's think about it, because with the stuff she's been through the most out of all of the characters. I think that she deserves to be a little bratty sometimes, and she's a teenage girl now, like younger. So let's not play 11, and let's not play like she wouldn't annihilate everybody in this whole lineup right now. Let's not play. Let's not act like she hasn't saved them countless times. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. Next is Erica. Erica's going in right side up. She might go behind Dustin just because we only just got to see more of her character, but the stuff that we did get to see, she's so sassy, she's so nice, she's so funny and witty and great. Love her. Hopper is next. He's going in 11 tier. Season 3 Hopper wasn't my favorite Hopper, if we're being honest. It was very dry. Him and his storyline with Joyce was literally the driest out of all of these storylines, and it was not funny to me. I don't know what was not clicking. Their relationship stuff was pretty cute, but like I didn't care. I don't care. Whenever like older people start having relationships on I mean, this isn't technically a teen show. There's something for everybody. There's like the small kids group, there's the teenager group, and then there's the adults of the group. It's something for everybody. It's not necessarily like a teen show. But like when it's catered to young adult audiences like myself, I don't want to see older adults. Did that make sense? No. I don't want to see older adults having relationship problems. I wouldn't lie to you guys. Does it look like I would lie to you guys? Because I wouldn't lie to you guys. I don't care about their relationship, but anyway, Hopper's character was kind of draining to listen to the entire time. But at the end, like, it's not like I stopped loving him. At the end, I cried my eyes out. At the end, I was dry heaving. I was a wreck. I was crying. I felt like I had just lost my father. I was, yeah, a mess. So season 3 Hopper, not to say that I didn't like him, it just wasn't as much as I liked him in season 1 and 2, but I can still appreciate all of him. So he's going in 11 tier, just because, like, yes. Jonathan is okay. He literally never does anything for me. He broods, and it's like, he cares about Will. Nice brother, nice gowns, not doing anything for me. Significant anyway. Next, Joyce. Joyce season 1 was a thing. Joyce season 1, I love emotionally wrecked characters. Hence. But the rest of Joyce, she was emotionally wrecked, sure. And she does deserve to have, you know, happy, fun times, go lucky, but those times just weren't interesting to me. She's going in okay. She'll go behind her son. Actually, Barb was less interesting than all of them, so yeah, that's rearranged. Next we have 8. 8 is going in right side up. I feel like, no, yeah, she's going behind Dustin. I feel like if I get to know her more, she might be in 11 tier, but from what I've seen of her, she's in right side up. I didn't appreciate the way she treated 11 at the end though, but I feel like it's only because it was all the anger she was holding on to, and all of the PTSD and wanting a sister so bad. It was just really sad. Their whole story is really sad. So I'll give it to her. I'll give her a pass. But yeah, I loved her character actually. So I put her in right side up. Next we have Bonnie. Dustin's dead cat. Dustin's dead cat. Do I have to say anything more? I hate deadbeat fathers, especially ones like him. So he's out. He's out the door. I don't like him. He's nowhere to be found. Hate this man. Then let's see, who do we have next? I feel like I'm going through these way quicker than I would have other shows. Like I have other shows. Like my other shows are like 35 minutes and like I'm whizzing through all these just because this is my favorite show and I'm like, I know what I'm going to say and I know how I feel about these characters to like a T. So this is like easy for me. But then again, I haven't watched this show in like a minute. So maybe it's just because I'm not blinded, but it's maybe because I'm coming into this just remembering my favorites and like disregarding like the boring people. Next is Lucas. Y'all, I really like Lucas. He's going in 11 tier. Y'all sleep on Lucas. Lucas is very logical, very sensible. Can you tell that I'm a Virgo? He is logical. He gets things done. He doesn't bullshit. He, you know, sometimes can be a little asshole. He can, especially in season 1. But where would we be without Lucas Sinclair? Lucas Sinclair adds flavor to the group. Lucas Sinclair this is basically me admitting that I'm in love with his actor, because Lucas Sinclair, he's a good character, but he's not this good. I just really love, I just might be in love with Caleb McLaughlin. McLaughlin. Might be in love with him. Yeah. Next we have Max. I don't know. Is she going in 11 tier or is she going in right side up? Because let me tell you, I love Max. I really do like Max. I just didn't like the fact that she was encouraging 11 to get rid of Mike. When she said that, I was like, aw, that's so sad. Like, dang. Also, her and like Mike's relationship dynamic when it has to do with 11 is pretty weird. Like, not weird. I'm not getting my thoughts across very well in this, but it's just like, I know what it is. It's the best friend, boyfriend dynamic. When you're best friends with someone and your best friend is like, break up with him, I hate him, he's awful. And the boyfriend's like, I don't know. And the girlfriend's like, you know, that's the situation this is. I got it. Okay. I'm putting her in, I really love Max. I'm putting her at the end of 11 tier. Max is just a badass. I don't know what else to say. Especially, I love the scene when she grabs the baseball bat and she's like, she like slams it in between Billy's legs and she's like, say you understand.
From here on out, you leave me and my friends alone. Do you understand?
Screw you.
I was like, yes, you better command your power. Love her. Yeah, I love her. Then I'm gonna put Mike. Y'all, I really do like Mike. Some of y'all are big tripping when y'all talk about Mike is like, some people on Twitter are dead ass like, Mike is a misogynist. Mike hates women. Mike doesn't think that 11 can do her a deal. And I feel like, I'm like, no, I don't think that's the case. When y'all are like, he thinks that she needs protection when she doesn't, like, obviously, who the fuck thinks that they can protect 11 more than 11? Who thinks that? But I think that what Mike was thinking wasn't the fact that he needs to protect 11 at all costs and 11 can't handle herself. That's literally not the energy he gave off at all, one bit. His whole thing was just like, she shouldn't be doing this alone. And I feel like that's, before he even said anything, that's the thing that annoyed me most, was because, like, obviously I'm an 11 stan, and like, yes, 11 was doing all the heavy lifting by herself from season 1, season 2, season 3. Yeah, they were helping her little tiny steps in the way, but especially in season 3, she was doing everything by herself. She was handling that big ass monster by herself. And yes, she's a badass. She literally can take on this huge Demogorgon thing and sometimes be fine after. But did you see what that did to her at the end of the series? Like, she's drained. Like, she can't even use her power anymore. Like, you need help, no matter how big or how small. Like with Lucas's idea with the fireworks to help her with that thing. I feel like that helped just a little. it was just a little annoying to me when Max was like, she can handle herself, 11 will do it by herself, like she's good, she doesn't need us, like it's good, like she'll do it by herself. And I feel like if I was 11 in this situation, I would want someone to be there for me and be like, look, like this is a lot on her shoulders right now and we're her friends and we should be helping her with this. Just like, oh my gosh, I connect literally everything to Avatar: The Last Airbender. But you remember that episode, if you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, do you remember that episode where the gang, this is before Toph and all of them joined the gang, but that episode with those villagers, and they had that spirit Bato, or not Bato, they had that spirit who was attacking the village and they didn't know why. And Sokka's just like, Katara is like, oh, we should let Aang handle it. All the villagers are like, we'll stay inside, we'll let Aang handle it. He's on his own, he's good. Aang is meanwhile 12 years old, he just got out of the iceberg. And Sokka's like, no. I mean, we might not be as powerful as him, but we can help. Although Sokka got clapped. I feel like those are real types of friends. Anyway, moving on. Miss Carol, you're going in the upside down. It was giving pedophile behavior. It was. Billy was still in high school. I don't know how old he was, but even if he was 18, a fresh 18 is never a good look, babe. It's never a good look. It was giving very predatory. All of those moms that were looking at Billy wasn't sitting right with me. Anyway, this man, forget his name, he's going, okay. Nancy is going here in, okay. She never does anything for me. What I really disliked, I will say this, what I really disliked about her character was her whole fight with Jonathan. Now, if you don't remember what fight I'm talking about, it's the fight where Nancy causes them to lose their whole internship, their paid internship, because they were basically being misogynistic to her. They literally were. They were old, stale white men being fucking gross. It's literally awful. I've dealt with it. I feel like almost every woman has dealt with it. And she gets mad, and I think, or she goes after a story that they told her not to go into, and something happens. I don't remember all the logistics, but essentially it was Nancy's fault. But basically, I feel like Jonathan kind of woke her up, and Jonathan was saying all the things that I was thinking when he was like, you need to wake up. You still have a bunch of privilege. You don't have to worry about the bills. You don't have to worry about paying for college. You don't have to worry about all these things because you are still a middle-class white girl that's gonna do fine regardless. And yes, from personal experience, men that treat women like that in the workplace is fucking awful and like the worst feeling and so fucking annoying. But I feel like one trumps the other. And yes, Jonathan is a white man. However, he needs the money, and I felt like it just wasn't, okay, maybe trumps the other was a little bit not what I meant. But I just felt like I sided more with Jonathan because I feel like poverty, and because I feel like the fact that that this was his shot, that this was his way of getting out and like not worrying about finance, like he's taking care of his mom, his brother, and like he has all these things to worry about, and Nancy really doesn't have that much to worry about, if we're being honest. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Oh my gosh, Robin is going in 11 tier. I might have to put her above Max and Lucas. I just really loved, even though she only had one season, and I kind of put people below because they were only in one season, like I did with 8. But Robin really stole the show for me. I love Robin. Robin was just so funny, quick-witted, I just like her. And she fit into the group very well. It wasn't like one of those add-in characters where you feel like they added her in, but she doesn't really fit the group dynamic. And it just feels forced. Like, this just felt very natural, and like, I loved it. It was everything. I love her character, and her relationship now with Steve is everything. Bestie vibes only, bestie vibes only. But yeah, the science teacher, he's going in, okay, like, he never did anything for me. This Russian spy guy, listen, while I did not shed a tear for his death, I felt immensely awful. I felt awful, like, so I think I'm gonna put him above Bob, just because, okay, Bob's death, I don't know Bob's death did kind of make me cry, tear up. I don't know. I'm gonna put him, I'm literally ranking people off of their death scenes. That's where I'm gonna rank him. Steve, the Hair Harrington, right side up. Him and Dustin own the right side up category. Steve Harrington is that man. Maybe not in season 1, but in season 2 and 3. I love Steve Harrington. He's the man. I love the fact also that they let him shine more. I heard that they were just gonna have him be like a one-time antagonist and like kill him off or something like that, but they didn't, because they fell in love with Joe Keery's portrayal of Steve, and I'm so glad that they kept him in the series. He's literally so much fun to watch, and to watch our relationships and his literally everything. I love Steve Harrington. Then this kid, Dustin's dead cat, where the fuck else would I put him? And Will is going surprisingly in okay. All the buyers are just going in okay. Listen, I love Will. His character is always in pain. His character has nothing else better to do than to suffer. And yes, they let him have a tiny little break in season 3, but with his break came boringness. And I felt bad for him though in that episode where he wanted all his friends to come back. I did feel really bad for him, because I know how that feels, and that's really tough, like having everyone around you grow up and you're not still the same age, but you just wish it was like your relationships with everyone was how it used to be. So yeah, I do relate to him in that regard, but everything else, he was okay. Okay, that was pretty quick. I'm actually surprised at myself at how quick I ranked these characters, because I felt like I had a lot more to say about them, but there really wasn't that much, just because like I'd already know how I feel about these characters. I knew how I felt about them from jump. So my 11 tier is looking pretty damn good, if I say so myself. We got 11, we got Hopper, we got Robin, we got Lucas, we got Max. These three, can I count? These 5 alone are wiping out everybody else in this category, in all the other categories. These 5 alone are literally a power dynamic. Is dynamic only used for 2 people? I don't know, but I would like to know, so let me know in the comments. But yeah, anyways, that was my Stranger Things ranking. If you guys want to see me do more rankings, or want to see me do movie commentaries or reactions to anything, please let me know down in the comments below. Currently I am doing the Harry Potter series. I'm now on Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I just posted the reaction to, what was it? Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. And what else? yeah, I'm really excited actually to finish that series. So if you guys want to go watch that on my channel, please feel free to. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next movie commentary or reaction, depends. But yeah, bye.